guys, what's up? It's me, Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. And before we get started with today's video, remember to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. Today's video is going to be a reading vlog, but I have never done this kind of reading vlog before. I'm going to let a random wheel of emojis choose my reads. So basically, I just made a spinner wheel, put a bunch of the most random emojis on there, and we are going to be spinning to see what emoji we get, and that has to correlate to a book, and that is the book I will read. How I'm going to correlate these to books, some of them might be a stretch, but I thought this would be a fun idea. Let me know if you guys enjoy this style of video, and maybe I can do it again in the future. But I've just been trying to think of more fun, unique ideas. So let's just spin that spinner wheel. And I will put it up on the screen. So as you saw, we got the face emoji with the hearts for eyes. And so for this, I'm definitely thinking a romance. And let me just take a look at the TBR shelf and see what I have that gives those vibes. I'm thinking just any romance, but we'll see. So here's what we're working with. We have all of this shelf and then these two stacks here. Just disregard those. So the emoji was heart eyes. So I don't know what to do besides just any romance. So we can pick any romance we want. Oh, this is going to be difficult. I'm kind of thinking one of the ones, up here is my August TBR, so I'm kind of thinking one of those. Heart eyes kind of makes me think cutesy, so I think we are going to go with Collide by Balcabra. Let me bring you back over and we can discuss this in more detail. That's better. How was seeing half of my face? I know. I have a beautiful half a face. But I'm deciding to go with Collide by Balcabra. This is a cute new adult college hockey romance. Yes, and it has the tutoring trope. She is an honors student and he is the jock. He's the hockey player and she has to tutor him. I don't know any other of the tropes in this, but I know a lot of people love this book and I'm very excited to get to it. The cover is adorable. So let's go get reading. I've started reading Collide by Balcabra. I have made it to chapter 5, which is page 31, and I am enjoying it. It's very typical. I feel like I've read this kind of story many times in the past. Basically, this follows Summer, and she has to do a paper on hockey. So she gets paired up with the captain of the hockey team because he took the blame for throwing a party. So he's being punished and she has to keep a watchful eye on him and neither of them are happy about it. She has a thing against hockey and hockey players and he doesn't want to be babysat. So that is what's going on so far. Typical hate to love. I am enjoying it and let's go continue reading. It is very gray out and very rainy out. So hopefully the lighting is okay. But I've read more of Collide. I made it to page 95, chapter 13. And I am really liking this book. I'm thinking at the moment, probably around a 4-star. It could get a little bit better. Hopefully not a little bit worse. But I'm thinking a solid 4-star. And it's cute. It's good. I like both our main characters. Especially our main female character. For the first few pages, her first chapter, I thought she was kind of annoying. But now I really like her. And the guy I like as well. And yeah, so I'm going to go continue reading and I'll update you guys later. I've read more of Collide. I got to page 167 and I am loving this book actually. There was a scene a little ways back where they were at this bar playing pool together, but she was there with some guy and he was there with a random girl that he just met. And so, but they were still flirting. And after that scene, I'm now completely obsessed. I think this book has 5-star potential. I know I said it was a solid 4-star, but I think I may have been wrong. I think this one definitely, I could see it being 5 stars. I'm obsessed with the characters. They are everything. And the story is really good too. It is a basic plot, but it is done so well. I'm so excited to continue reading, so let's go do that. I finished Collide, and I love this book. I gave it 5 stars. This book was so good, so cute. The last half of the book was phenomenal, and I just loved everything about this book. I don't have too much to say about it, but we did get to see more of the characters, obviously, and their relationship develop, and it did get kind of spicy. So overall, this book was fantastic. I definitely recommend you go read it. And I cannot say enough good things, but I already spun the wheel, so I'm going to show you what we got. So as you saw, we got ballet slippers. I have no idea what I'm going to do for this prompt. Let's take a look at the TBR shelf and we will decide. Here's the shelf, and I have absolutely no clue what we are going to be reading. So I will take a closer look. We could go for like the color and maybe go with like Wild Love because it's pink. But I don't think that's what I want to do. Ballet is like a sport, so we could do a sports romance. But do I even have any sports romances? This is another hockey romance. This is a soccer romance, I think. And I think those are, oh, this is also a sports romance. I think those are all the sports romances I have. So maybe one of those? I don't know. Should we go with pink or should we go with sports? I think we're going to go with sports. I think I'm going to go with Hail by Anastasia White. It's got a soccer ball right on the cover, so I know it's going to be a sports romance. And this is a single dad nanny book, which is my favorite trope, so I'm excited for this one. And that's really all I know about it. Yeah, I don't know anything else about it, but let's go get reading. I started reading Hail by Anastasia White. I'm on chapter 7, which is page 40, and so far I'm liking it. Not too much has happened. I feel like in some books you can kind of like jump right into the plot. This one, not too much, but anyways, it is her best friend's brother needs someone to watch his daughter and be a nanny. So her best friend's like, oh, what's her FMC's name? Piper would be great for that position. She loves kids and you should give her a shot. So Hunter, the MMC, decides to do that, and she is just now moving in, and that's as far as I've gotten to. But I am liking it. The writing is good, and I will update you guys later. I have been reading more of Hail by Anastasia White. I've made it to chapter 19, which is page 114, and I'm really liking this book. I love the writing so much, and these characters are everything. They have so much chemistry and tension, and I am loving every minute of this. They just had their first spicy scene together, and I'm obsessed. It was written beautifully, and this book, the complications between them getting together are amazing. It's actually not annoying in the slightest. I am really, really loving this book. It is like 9:30 in the evening or in the nighttime, and I am actually thinking of going and getting ready for bed, which I never do. I am such a night owl, but I'm thinking of bed, and I have been for like hours. So this is the last time I'll update you guys tonight, and I will see you when I read more. I have read quite a bit more of Hail. I'm now on page 246, and I'm still really enjoying it. What do I have to update you guys on? So basically they agreed to do a, not like friends with benefits or like boss employee with benefits. But of course they both have feelings, but they're lying to each other and saying, no, it's strictly It's strictly physical. It's just sex. It's nothing else. And the reasons they can't be together, or I say can't be together, are starting to annoy me just a little bit. But I'm still overall loving the book. But his ex-wife, the MMC's ex-wife, oh my God. She is now in the book. Like, we've met her. She's prominent in these last couple chapters. She is horrible. She is the worst. I hate that woman with all my heart. But overall, I'm loving this book, so let's go continue reading. So I finished Hail by Anastasia White, and I loved this book. I gave it 4.5 stars. It wasn't a 5-star for me. There were a few things that lowered my rating a bit. I wasn't the biggest fan of some of the middle portion, like near the end, but not the end, the middle end, the end of the middle, where they had that whole miscommunication thing. So if you don't like that, might not be the book for you, but overall, I did really love this book. It just wasn't the 5-star. And but 4.5 is still a great rating. And the ex-wife, who I was like complaining about in the last clip or 2 clips ago, she got better. I didn't mind her character near the end. Just keep that in mind. She gets decent. I mean, I wouldn't say she's great, but she gets better. And I am just obsessed with this. The ending was so cute. I love seeing the little epilogues. I know a lot of people don't like epilogues, but I love seeing where the couple's at and that kind of stuff. So I loved this book so much. It is so good. I highly recommend you go check it out. And I've already spun the wheel for our next emoji, so I will put that up on the screen right now. So, as you saw, we got the skull emoji. So I don't know what I'm going to do for that. I'm thinking something spooky, but let's take a look at the TBR shelf and decide. So I think I've decided on a book. I think I'm going to go with Hideaway by Dean Koontz. And I'm not sure what this is about, like, at all. Not a clue. But I'm assuming it's going to be kind of spooky. So I'm going to go with this one, and let's get reading. It looks like it's nighttime. I swear it's not. It's 10 in the morning. And it is so dark and cold and rainy. And I'm freezing, which I'm never freezing. I'm a very hot person all the time. But I am so cold, so I got my little jacket, sweater thing on. But I have been reading some of Hideaway. I have not read very much. I'm only on page 24. But so far, what I'm gathering is this follows Lindsay and Hatch. They were in a car, and someone in a truck was driving towards them, and they ended up driving off into a lake or some body of water. But just as they were going, she saw the driver of the truck, and he didn't appear to be human. He had no facial features and then just holes where eyes would be. So yeah, then they were in the water, and Hatch was unconscious, and Lindsay was so desperately trying to get him to wake up so they could try and get out of the water. And then they were found, and they were taken to a hospital. And we were seeing from Lindsay's point of view, she was in and out of consciousness. So you just got like a paragraph, and then it would say later, paragraph, later, paragraph. And what I'm guessing so far is that this is not a normal hospital. The people are so sus and creepy, and it's just not giving normal, regular, your local hospital vibes. So I think there's something more going on, but that is really all I've read so far, and I will update you guys when I read more. So I've read more of Hideaway, but I left the book downstairs, and I'm not about to go get it. I don't know how far in. I'm over 100 pages for sure, maybe like 150, 170 pages. But I'm just going to talk about the first bit of the book that I've read since I last updated you guys, because I don't want to give too much away, because this book does have quite a lot that I think would be spoilers. But our protagonist is Hatch, and our antagonist is Vasigo, I think is how you say his name. And he is creepy as hell. he creeps me out. He like kills people and removes their body parts and stuff and displays them for his pleasure and like uses ears as wallets, which is so gross. And it gives me the creeps. But I am loving this book, and I think him and Hatch are connected somehow, because he was just living his life, and then he just said the name Lindsay, and he's like, doesn't know anyone named Lindsay. But of course, Lindsay is Hatch's wife, and Hatch has been having horrible nightmares, and I feel like they're somewhat connected. I don't love how there's like multiple storylines going on. At first, I didn't mind it, but I'm really starting to like want them to come together like pretty soon. So those are really all my thoughts. I don't want to say too much because, again, like a book like this kind of has spoilers. Like in a romance, you know, they're going to end up together. But in this one, I don't want to say anything that's like going to ruin the book for you guys. But I am loving it, and I'm thinking of like a 4-star at the moment, maybe 4.5. It's not giving me 5-star feels, so I don't think it's going to be 5 stars. But I'm thinking somewhere between a 4 and a 4.5. Let's go get reading. So I finished Hideaway by Dean Koontz, and I forgot to bring the book upstairs. Even though I need to put it on my shelves, I left it downstairs, so I will have to do that later. But I gave this book 4 stars. I did really enjoy it. I've rated it the lowest out of the Dean Koontz books I've read, but I think I would rate them differently if I read them now. So for me, this one's kind of like in the middle, but like near the bottom. Let me know if you want me to do a little like shorts or something for ranking the Dean Koontz books I've read. And I don't have too much to say, but it did kind of go, some of it went the way I thought it would, and it was pretty predictable. But then other parts of it were like shocking. And in my opinion, those shocking parts weren't entirely necessary to happen. But overall, I did really like this book. I do recommend it, and Dean Koontz's writing in general. If you made it this far, please leave me a black heart emoji. And that is going to be it for this video. So before you go, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everyone.